Hey, welcome to Poetry Read for You by LauraSue. I am LauraSue. First, I want to explain why I haven't made a video in such a long time. My mother-in-law was in the hospital for a surgery, and there were some complications afterwards. But now she's out of the hospital and recovering. And if you are the praying type, I'd ask that you pray for Marilyn, and that she has a speedy recovery and the doctors find some answers. Alright, thank you very much. Now on to this episode. Today it's a dark and rainy day here in Florida, and so I figured a darker poem was we were in need of a darker poem today because it's rainy and gloomy and out. So anyway, this one is from when I was a teenager. I think it was in my first episode I told you guys that I was a cutter when I was a kid, and this is basically where it all gets exposed. And I was in high school, and I was really close to my guidance counselor, and we talked all the time. He knew about what I was doing, and he was trying to counsel me through that. So he gave me a dare not to cut, and because he said if it happens anymore, he was going to have to tell my family. And I was like, no, please don't. I was already going through enough stuff. Please don't let them know. And so I tried really, really, really hard not to cut. And I didn't do it. I couldn't succeed at that moment. So I ended up cutting again. And all that week I had been wearing short sleeves. And that's one day I came in and I had on a turtleneck with long sleeves. And I avoided him, but he must have seen me in the hallway, and he called me down to his office, and I knew why he called me down. So he said, let me see your arm, and I'm like, okay, see, it's all clean. And he said, now the other one, and I'm like, nah, I don't think you need to see it. And he's like, come on. And I raised my sleeve, and I had cut myself, and he had to contact my family, and they came and got me. And this is where the poem comes from, is they take me home, sit me at the kitchen table, and they talk about me. Not to me, they talk about me. How did she get this way? How can she be doing this to me, my mother said. And I just felt completely invisible, like I didn't even exist, which was worse than what was making me cut and causing the depression. So it was just a hard time in my life, and this is where this poem came from. So I'll read you this poem today. It's called Fire, and I lost my page, so give me a second. Okay, I found it. Anyway, Fire. Why are they doing this to me? This is not how it's supposed to be. How angry and confused they make me feel. Is this my own life? Is this real? Now I'm trapped in hurtful hate. They sit there, deciding my own fate. Everyone looks at me with pitiful eyes. I keep hidden inside my hateful cries. My heart burns with fiery rage. I'm trapped inside a thorny cage. Now I am confused and on my own. I wish everyone would just leave me alone. That was written in 1991. It was senior year of high school. And the future was weighing down on me, but I knew I wanted to get out of my house. I just didn't know where I was going. So that's the next adventure I write about. But yeah, I have troubled times in my teenage years. And but as I said, I was a cutter, and now I am not. I'm like 17 years recovered from being a cutter. And so I hope people can relate to this, and I can give you hope that there is one day that you might not succumb to cutting yourself, and the depression changes. I don't know if it gets better, but it's more, you can deal with it better as you get older. And sometimes the things that we were troubled by as a child, we overcome them or find a way to deal with them better and not internalize them. So, talking about these things is very, very important. So if you know someone who has these kinds of problems, or you are somebody who has these kinds of problems, please, please know there's other people out there who actually suffer the same way as you. And it's a huge community. We're here for each other. And I hope you learn that it does get better. I mean, little by little, but it does get better, even though you might not see it right now. So that is the end of this episode of Poetry Read for You by LauraSue. I just want to remind you, I've been reading from my first book, Spilled Feelings. Feel free to go to Amazon.com if you want to purchase it and follow along with me. If not, just enjoy me reading for you, because that's what I'm here for. Okay, well, I hope you all enjoy this Labor Day weekend, and God bless you. Much love.